Hey everyone, today I'm covering the ROG Ally. My unit was a little bit delayed, I was waiting for a case that never came, but after my first week with it, I'm ready for a first impression video. The ROG Ally is powered by AMD's new Z1 series processor, has a 7-inch Full HD 16:9 touchscreen display, which has an impressive 120Hz refresh rate, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of onboard memory, impressive speakers, it's got an inbuilt fingerprint sensor and more, all in just over 600 grams of weight and at a $700 price point. The packaging is all very impressive, as you'd expect, with neat little touches like a little 3D printed stand for the Ally and a very decent power pack included. The only thing that caught me slightly off guard was the fact that you have to press the D-pad and A button down on first boot, but thankfully there's a plastic wrap around the handheld which acts as a very easy reminder to follow. To be completely honest, I wasn't expecting the Ally to be as comfortable as it is in the hands. It looks an all bit too much rectangular to me, and a bit bizarre in places like the control button colours, but overall it's been very comfy in the hands thanks to the curvature towards the bottom edges. On top of that, the power button's fingerprint sensor has been surprisingly accurate so far. The handheld itself is impeccably quiet, the fan only makes a noise when it has to, yet it rarely feels too warm in the hands either. The speakers sound top notch, and in terms of that side of the hardware, it's been a pleasure to experience so far. Control wise, the ROG Ally has both plus and negative points. On the plus sides, the thumbsticks, although feeling a little cheap in terms of material, they have a great height and near perfect travel to them. They play like a first party controller, which is the best compliment I could give to them, although they do feel a little bit cheaper. The face buttons are also great, incredibly responsive with a great press to each of them. The shoulder buttons are super quiet with a nice amount of travel and feedback to them, which all comes together to make the Ally a good bedside handheld. The immediate and main downside is of course the D-pad, with it being super loose, too glossy and not nearly as responsive as it needs to be. Overall, the controls of the Ally are good. The D-pad is its biggest weakness by far, but it is passable, and the rest of the controls are impressive enough that there's not too much of a compromise to make. On paper, the ROG Ally is an upgrade over the Steam Deck in terms of performance, fan noise, audio and visual quality without sacrificing any battery life, but in actuality Windows 11 tries its best to fight against you as much as it can, and this still makes the ROG Ally feel very much like a desktop experience compared to SteamOS. Armoury Crate is surprisingly decent though, with lots of quick swap options that take some of the Windows pain to a minimum, and it is getting better over time, but there's still a lot of Windows related bugs when switching between windows and resolutions that are going to be a tough one to beat. Being able to customize your command center has been super useful though, being able to swap between power profiles, control methods, resolutions and refresh rates incredibly quickly and as a whole relatively pain-free. It can get sticky though. Emulation control input won't work with the control mode set to auto, for example, and there's lots of other little quirks that you'll come across. But that is unfortunately part of the Windows experience that no other Windows handheld has been able to completely resolve as of yet. The Ally's performance is super documented already, but I'll cut some emulation gameplay now anyway, before summing up at the end.
Round one, get ready, fight! Round two, get ready, fight!
this thing?
It's no human, and yet not quite a beast. Likely some sort of automaton devised by the
Crafty little bastards.
So overall, I've really enjoyed my time so far with the Ally. It's absolutely amazing to see this level of handheld coming out, and the bar is set very high. I personally think the Steam Deck and Ally both have their individual benefits and take their own part of this niche pie, but it'd be great to hear what you guys think. That's it for now though, thanks so much for watching.